For more than 25 years now, our region has kept itself at the cutting edge of computing power. The Pittsburgh Supercomputing Center has been home to the most powerful machines anyone can find outside a government lab. And now its newest machine is setting out to solve problems that are anything but elementary. Its name is Sherlock. It's the center's 14th supercomputer, following in the footsteps of Blacklight, which is the world's largest coherent shared memory system. Supercomputing Center recently sent Sherlock on the trail of some of the biggest mysteries scientists are thinking about. Dr. Nick Nystrom is Director of Strategic Applications for the Pittsburgh Supercomputing Center. Welcome. Good to have you, Bill. Here.
Thank you.
All right, Sherlock. Why is the computer called Sherlock? I'll start there.
Well, that's a great question. It's really two reasons. One is that Sherlock is a new kind of computer designed to do things that no other computer does. And in particular, it's designed to find patterns and subtle relationships in big data. And that's what the Sherlock we know from literature was very good at.
All right, really investigation, looking for those little clues, the deductive reasoning, all the stuff that Sherlock Holmes put to work, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And the second, just a fun backstory, is that we all know he was a bit smarter than his companion. And I can't remember his name right
Watson,
now. Could be.
Course, yeah. All right, there you go. So, yeah, well, don't all computers do this? What's really different about this? What does this one do that other computers can't?
So what's different about Sherlock? If I could show this little picture that I made. Sherlock is designed to work on what is called graph data, or complex networks.
Okay. So that's a graph?
This is a graph.
Okay.
And so what we have here is actually the insulin pathway, showing proteins and the relationships between them, and catalysis, and who is contained in whom, and so on. And the point is, it's complicated, and it's hard to work with. This is only about 6,000 edges in this graph.
Okay.
And Sherlock is designed to do that. If you were to approach this problem with a conventional PC or a server or a cluster, the way it is structured, because you're always jumping from one node to another, you'd spend all of your time waiting on memory to come from
so it's going out gathering the bits of information
every
from
time
here, there,
you're
and
constantly
wasting time, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
You're constantly going out, you're grabbing one word of memory, literally only 8 bytes, and you might have to wait hundreds and hundreds of CPU cycles to get that. And so the process will be thoroughly idle on that.
So what, this machine somehow manages to pull all that stuff together much more efficiently? So that
That's correct. Yeah, Sherlock has innovative hardware architecture. It has a proprietary processor that, instead of having 1 or 2 hardware threads like you would have in a laptop, it has 128. And so that means every time it asks for something from memory, it rolls through the next thread and is always doing something useful.
So yeah, a lot of results.
That's just it. You're getting results orders of magnitude faster than you would on a conventional machine. It also has a shared address space of 1 terabyte. And so the graph we showed in the picture was 6,000 edges. And it looks complicated. That's as much as I would try to print on a page. But in reality, Sherlock can hold graphs of about 10 billion edges. So think of something 1,000,000 times more complicated.
Wow, and it can capture it and essentially create a graph from it. So what kinds of applications? You talked a little about how better understanding how insulin works, I guess, in the body and affects people's health. So similar applications in health and other areas of science?
Yeah, so they're really very broad ranging. In the sciences, we have things in medicine with protein and gene expression networks. That's an example here. We also have many others. This is a business show, so things with retailers, things you would have with recommender networks and buying patterns.
So a good example might be Netflix or Amazon.com. If you go to those websites, it might suggest things you might want to look at. So there's something going on behind that that's similar to this that enables them to make those recommendations?
The sort of analysis would be similar, yes. So you still have, in that case, you would have a network of customers who have certain relationships between each other established by what they've bought before and what they've liked or disliked. And that can help you to establish what they will like next.
So if you're in the retail or consumer behavior, this opens up a whole new window potentially on understanding why your customers are making the decisions they're making.
Oh, it really does. And it complements what they're doing now. So right now they may have other solutions like clusters for processing orders and transactions and dealing with just a high volume. And that's appropriate.
Well, is this something then businesses around here can get involved with? Can they work with you and try to figure that out?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Supercomputing Center has worked with business throughout its 26-year history. This is another new kind of opportunity for that. And it gives business the opportunity to get their hands on technology that really is at the cutting edge. It complements what they're doing otherwise. Right now we know of many businesses who have this kind of data and they would like to pull more value out from it. And they're trying to figure out how to do that. So we're looking at ways to do that. We're talking to various area businesses now, and I'd say Pennsylvania is a great place to do that because this really is a hotbed of technology and innovation, and that's across the state from Pennsylvania through Philadelphia.
Well, and it's exciting. I know, having covered the Supercomputing Center since its inception 25 years ago, was really an incredibly far-sighted thing to bring to our region, and great to hear you're still out there more than pushing the edge. I mean, you're exploring things that probably no one ever thought there could be explored before.
Well, we are. We started big data quite a long time ago. We developed an innovative data solution called the Data Supercell to at very high performance and cost effectively store and manage large data. And so Sherlock works with that and other resources to really let you do things with your data rather than just store it.
And fascinating. So if you've got big data, call the Pittsburgh Supercomputing Center and Sherlock can help you make sense of it. Dr. Nystrom, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And when we return, we'll be back with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.